Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? I'm Billy Carrington. I see that the room is full of entrepreneurs and business owners. Well, how awesome is that? To know that to be in the presence of so many of you with such talent and to be able to form a business, run a business, or start a business from the ground up, or come in and lead a business after it's been established, or to even come up with the ideas. That right there is an accomplishment, just to come up with the idea and then launch it. But for those of you that are in business, and those of you that are working for business owners, maybe you're here as a manager or supervisor, maybe even as an employee, I want to say thank you to each one of you. Thank you, because it takes the whole team to work together to make it possible for the company to grow. As each morning, as a new day comes on each morning, we're all faced with different situations, different problems, but then we also know that we have an opportunity to make things happen in that day. And how awesome is that, to be able to sit there and go, you know, today I am going to give it my all. Today I will show the world that I have succeeded in business. I will do everything I can to cut costs, but I will do everything I can to help the employees that are with me. Because your staff, your employees, each one depends on you, the one who's running that business. Depends on the entrepreneur who started it, depends on the business owner that's running it, the manager, the supervisor. The employees come in to work knowing and having confidence in their leaders. And that is why you are here today. You're here to be amongst each other, to network, to talk with each other, to be able to say, hey man, this is what we're doing. What's going on at your place? Come up with new ideas. Throw out new suggestions. Take notes. Set goals. And that's what, when you meet like this in a place where you can sit down and all of you come together and then be able to sit there and talk and come up with different ideas. Or maybe something, maybe at your place and you go, you know what, I'm going to try that. I like that, what he said. Or I like what she said. You know, I think I'm going to take that, just like grabbing that ball and running with it. I believe it's going to work at our end. I believe I can see profits come from that knowledge I've just received. So yes, networking is a must. Any time that you can get out and be with each other, sit down and have an awesome meal, and what a meal. I love to eat. But to be with some of the greatest people in the area. And I'm not down in anybody else, but what I'm saying is because it helps, what you're doing is helping the area to grow. You are helping it to grow and to succeed. These things are needed in the community, throughout our state, and even for the employees, and also for the taxes. I mean, you're paying in taxes, but you've got to. And we all hate that, but taxes are a must to pay. So where we can have our roads, our security, our communications, it all goes toward those. I know that as from being in business in the past, starting up small businesses, being in business ventures, I know from experience that it is rough. It's hard starting out and in looking to see what direction you're going to head, what's going to be good for the company, what's something that you may have to say, well, you know, that's not working, we may have to do something different. Those things happen in business. And those things you have to come up and you have to say, hey, we have to regroup. We're going to have to sit down and have a meeting. This is not working the way we thought it was going to. And then come up with some great ideas, more ideas, to where you can change and go into a different direction. And as you go into that direction, You start to see, you're in the red, you start to see you go into the black, and you start to see yourself climbing up and up and up. And that's what you want to see. You want to see as you watch your charts. And trust me, I know each one of you have charts on your own business, from where you started out, what your costs are, and where you are today. Because I know I watch everything. I watch everything, all my expenses, everything, to see where to make sure I'm getting that profit at the end of the day. So yes, you have to try to figure out and cut costs at every angle. You know, if it's cheaper to purchase something at a different location, then yes, you want to go for it. But then if it's going to cost more to ship it than what it would be to buy it at this location, then no, that's not going to be affordable. So you have to take into account everything. Everything you're looking at on those books, everything that comes across your desk, every great idea that comes across your desk, knowing that it may be the very one to send you to the top of the charts, or it may be the very one to cause your ship to sink. But either way, you've got to sit down, you've got to analyze it, bring your staff in, talk amongst each other. And then also, you may want to bring in an outside firm to say, hey, you know, these are some ideas we got. What is your suggestion? Just to see what they have. There is a cost involved, but just to see what they have. Maybe they'll have some great ideas. Maybe they won't, but maybe it'll get you thinking. But either way, it may be money worth spending. But then again, you want to also know that you started this business, or you're managing this business, or you're a supervisor in this business. And you know that each morning you come into work, you're going to give it your all. You know that. And you're hoping that your staff, your employees, you're hoping that they will also manage their position in the company. And that will all go with how your staff is laid out and how they watch their employees and their growth of their employees. Because when you make an investment in an employee, you're not making an investment just into that person coming in and doing it one job. You're needing that person in the markets that we're in today. That person has got to be a multitasker, and I mean that. You have to be able to do several things. You know, when you come into work and you start out at a level, but you got to be prepared to go to the next level. And by doing that, it's by getting trained, listening to your superiors. And when I say that, I mean your supervisors, your managers, your owners, your CEOs, so on and so forth, up to the board of directors. But you do that, and in your mind, you're going to trust their decisions, and then you start to delegate those decisions on out to the rest of the team. And as the team comes together, everybody has one goal, and that is to complete a mission, to make sure that the company is growing. Because if you have someone on your team that is causing the company to lag back, you know, maybe this person has either just started and maybe it's taking some time to catch on, or maybe this person's been with the company and has gotten too comfortable, and the company is starting to now, you're starting to see that that's affecting the company, because it can happen when people get in a comfort zone. That's why you always want to have a morning meeting. Some people like to have them once a week. I always say have it in the morning when you come in. Get everybody in there, get them fired up. This is what the game plan for today. Anybody got any suggestions? You know, the floor is open. But then also encourage those who have been with you for a while. They are your leaders. They need to lead the company forward. So you got to watch them. And to you gentlemen out there and ladies, I don't want you upset with me, but I mean you have to stay on top of things in your business. You have to stay on whatever position you're at. You want to go to the next level. So you always want to keep thinking and hitting in that direction. You know, what can I do to the good for the company that will also benefit myself, but then the company will also, where I can show either a profit or cut a loss, or what can I do by just getting through this one day and showing the company that I am trying to be the best, or I am being the best that I can be. You'll start to watch other employees around you, as you do, encourage those employees to come in and be a part of the company, not to be an outcast, not to be somebody just come in and hit the clock. That's not what you want out of an employee, especially not in this market. In this market, this employee that you hire in, that you make this investment, this employee's got to be one that is willing to take on, like I said, the multitasker. He needs to learn paperwork. He needs to learn what his duties are, but then what's his duties when somebody is sick, what his duties are if somebody's on vacation. You know, because it's not going to be the same. That person is going to have to tighten up and become some 2 or 3 people all in one day. And that's the way business is. You have to cut your cost, and by cutting your cost, your labor cost, you have to cut that cost, but then you also have to be ready so where that next employee can get an advancement, and also that employee can also turn around and train other employees. You see what I'm saying? As you start to grow your company, or as you start to go out and launch something new, or maybe something today through talking with others, you see something in what they said. You see something in yourself that you didn't see before, but you say, you know what, today I'm going to change it. And so as you come into work, you bring in your notes, what you took your notes on. You start to read those notes. You bring in some other your team members in. You start to go over this. I want to start doing this, and then that's what you have it laid out. I think the company can go in a different direction, or maybe the company can go faster in the direction we are. But the main thing is to grow, be safe, but to grow your company. And also, those employees who are willing to get on board, willing to make those sacrifices, and also become that multitasker, then that employee can also be on board and go with us to the top. Ladies and gentlemen, all I can say to you is thank you very much. Thank you. Enjoy your meal. But thank you. I look forward to talking to you. After you're done, we can all meet and we can talk. But thank you again. I hope as we go through this and have our talk, maybe we can hit on some other points and other suggestions. But like I say, networking is a key and is a must to business. That's getting out and meeting other people, learning what they do, and seeing what they can do to help your business. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.